She takes care of me.
I told her the story. I'm walking into the black and white market. And they're like, is your wife from your sister?
We're way ahead of you.
What's your
Thank you.
She's in there, all her sizes.
That's you, Elmer, she's no done.
9 o'clock. Good morning. Thank you for attending the Board of Works and Public Safety meeting of Tuesday, November 18th, 2025. And for the record, we do have a quorum. Would you please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Thank you, Jim.
Are there any petitions or comments by citizens who are present? Seeing none, I'll make a comment. I drove Peg Road 32 Pleasant Street roundabout to 10th Street roundabout. And after 30 years, I've been up here 30 years, and this was in the works before I got here. And to see it completed, it was awesome. I mean, it brought tears to my eyes. So, good job, Noblesville. Is there a motion to approve the agenda?
Mr. President, I would like to amend the agenda to remove item number 6, new business item number 6, the facade improvement grant for 98 North 9th, as well as new item number 7, the facade improvement grant for 98 North 9th, the second and third floors. First one is for the first floor. But other than that, I would like to approve the rest of the agenda as presented.
Second.
Motion and a second as amended. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion carries. This morning we have 2 bid openings. The first bid opening will be the 2025 Street Rehab Contract 4. Jonathan Hughes.
Good morning, Board.
Morning.
We have several bids for this project. The first one comes to us from Calumet in Whitestown. There were no addenda for this item. Their bid bond is present. Their non-collusion affidavit is present. Their E-Verify affidavit is present, as is their Form 96. And it does appear they've provided the financial information. Their base bid is $436,000 and no cents. $436,000 and no cents. Our next bidder is E&B Paving in Fishers. Their bid bond is present. Their non-collusion affidavit is present. Their E-Verify is present. Form 96 is present, and they have provided financial statements. Their base bid is $384,229.50. $384,229.50. Our next bid is from Howard Companies in Indianapolis. Their bid bond is present. E-Verify affidavit is present. Their non-collusion affidavit is present. The Form 96 is present, and they have provided sealed financials that will remain sealed for now. Their base bid is $375,667.50. 375,667.50. Our next bid is from Midwest Paving here in Noblesville. Their bid bond is present. Their non-collusion affidavit is present. Their E-Verify affidavit is present. Their Form 96 is present, and they have provided sealed financials, which will remain sealed for this time. Their base bid is $453,569.69. 453,569.69. Our final bid is from Reith Riley in Indianapolis. Their bid bond is present. Their non-collusion affidavit is present. Their E-Verify affidavit is present. Their Form 96 is present, and they have provided financials. Their base bid is gonna have to have a clarification on this. It's written as $381,812.76, but then in dollar figures, the 1 and 8 are flipped, and it says 318,812.76. So we'll need to get a clarification from the bidder. Those are inconsistent in, I said it's written $381,812.76, but then in numerals, it's 318,812.76. Those are all the bids we received. Is there anyone present who knows of any other bids we should have received? Seeing none, Mr. President, I would recommend this be given to the engineering department for their review and award at a future meeting.
I'll second that motion. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Andrew, I'm not familiar with Howard Companies. Have we dealt with them in the past? Okay.
And my apologies, Mr. President, that's actually on your agenda for item 12. So instead of a future meeting, it would be recommended to award at today's meeting.
Item 12. And that was my second. Should we take a vote on that? Revote?
Yeah.
Motion and a second. All in favor of moving this to item 12?
Aye.
Signify by saying aye. Aye. We got all ayes? Got ayes.
Sorry about that, Mr. President.
That's no problem. On to the second bid opening will be the 2026 Trail Connection Project. Jonathan?
Thank you, Board. There are 2 bids that we received prior to the start of this meeting. The first one from Calumet. There was one addenda on this item, and Calumet has acknowledged receipt of it. Their bid bond is present. Their non-collusion affidavit is present. Their E-Verify affidavit is present. Their Form 96 is present, and it does appear that they have provided financials. The base bid for this project is $415,000 and no cents. 415,000 is their bid. The next bid is from E&B Paving in Fishers. They too have acknowledged receipt of the addenda. Their bid bond is present. Non-collusion affidavit is present. E-Verify is present. Their Form 96 is present. And they have provided financial information. Their base bid is $424,561.51. 424-561-51. Is there anyone present who knows of any other bids that we should have received? Seeing none, Mr. President, I would recommend this be referred to the engineering department for review and award as item number 13 on your agenda today.
Second, or I'll make that motion.
Second.
Second, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. This time I want to thank all the bidders for their interest in Noblesville, and if you'd like to dismiss yourself, you can, or you're more than welcome to stay for the rest of this exciting, riveting meeting. Moving on to the consent agenda, is there a motion to approve as presented?
Move to approve the consent agenda.
Second.
Motion to second, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. On to item 1, new items for discussion. Board to consider an agreement with Prater and Sons Concrete, Inc. to replace and reinforce a small section of deteriorating concrete at Fire Station 73. Deputy Chief Murray Dixon.
Good morning, Board.
Good morning.
Yes, we have would like approval for this agreement with Prater and Sons for replacing and reinforcing a small section of concrete at Station 73. This section of concrete was originally a patio area up next to the building, and when we moved the ladder out there to that station. The only way they can get into the station is kind of doing a three-point turn, and when they do that, it has kind of destroyed that only 4-inch thick section of concrete. So we would like to tear that out and reinforce that, make it thicker.
I'd move for approval for the Prater and Sons Concrete contract to replace and reinforce at Fire Station 73.
Second.
Motion to second, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. On to item 2, board to consider an agreement with Prater and Sons Concrete, Inc. to replace a section of deteriorating concrete and relocate the handicap accessibility ramp in front of Fire Station 72. Murray.
A similar situation, just the concrete is just deteriorating. But in this case, the handicap ramp, as it currently is designed, comes out into the parking space. And so we would like to remove that section of concrete and relocate the handicap accessibility into the sidewalk area, basically redesign the sidewalk to incorporate the ramp.
Move for approval of the contract with Prater and Sons to correct the handicap accessibility ramp in front of Fire Station 72.
Second.
Motion to second, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. On to item 3, board to consider an agreement with Prater and Sons Concrete, Inc. to replace a section of deteriorating concrete in the main driveway at Fire Station 72. Murray.
Another similar situation, this concrete is just kind of falling apart. It's in a different area at Station 72 where the trucks normally come in. We needed to do these two projects separately because they would only get access to the rear of the building through one of those two ways. So we had to do these
Do them one at a time.
separately, yes.
Are you going to be into the apron or the sidewalk area?
No, this one is up closer to South Harbor Drive.
Okay.
It's right at at the main entrance.
Okay.
Not at the main ramp where they come out, it's at the southern section where they normally are going in.
Okay.
Move to approve Prater and Sons Concrete for the deterioration of concrete work in the main driveway at Fire Station 72.
Yeah. I was asking Murray because we want to make sure we get an encroachment permit whenever we work by the sidewalk. Isn't that right, Street Department?
Yes, it is.
I know that. Second. Motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Thank you
Motion
very much.
carries. Thanks, Murray. Item 4, board to consider service agreement with Browning Day for professional architectural designs and feasibility study. Sarah Reed.
Good morning.
Good morning.
This item, as you mentioned, is a professional services agreement with Browning Day for two different items. The first is a demolition analysis, and the second is a community center feasibility study. There are those two distinct key parts in this contract. Part A is a demolition analysis that will evaluate the old IDI building in 3 different conditions as it exists today: a partial demolition and also a full demolition. This will help with future redevelopment opportunities on this site and help us come up with a return on investment for actual costs of the building itself, keeping it as is, or demolition for potential redevelopment. The second part is a feasibility study for development, programming, design, and operational considerations for a potential future community center. This is currently not on our capital plan, but is something that we've talked about and heard a lot of input about. So we are looking to study what that could look like and to sort of evaluate viable options for where that community center could go. There are up to 6 various locations that will be studied with this, including what will be going on the inside, which we call programming. So these services will provide critical analysis and recommendations to guide city leadership and stakeholders in determining the viability and strategic direction for a future community center investment. It'll be about 6 to 8 months long, and will begin pretty much as soon as the contract is approved today, if it is. And then, as you can see from your packet, a portion of the fees will be encumbered this year from 2025, and then the remainder will be from 2026 budget. Happy to answer any questions, and when they have a full delegation from Browning Day here today as well, if you have any questions for them specifically.
We have public, huh? My question, the feasibility study, the demolition analysis, is that's going to be on hold too, or is that something that we're moving forward with?
The demolition will be something we will move forward with next year,
Okay.
based on recommendations. So we're waiting to see what the outcome of that is, and then we'll move forward from there. But you'll likely, first quarter of next year,
Okay.
see some activity at this group so this does not include the construction cost or demolition cost. So you would have another contract come back for demolition if that was the recommended route.
Sarah, is
Yes.
there a feel on the old IDI location as to whether that will be a city use property or marketed for economic development?
That is what this feasibility analysis is going to tell us, is if this is a good site for a community center, based on the investments that we've made so far and the other options that we're going to
Thank
evaluate.
you.
So
I
that
wondered
has,
if it was one of the 6.
yeah, it is one of the 6, yes. So it has not yet been determined if it's more valuable to be, private redevelopment or a city asset.
Thank you.
But at this point, our understanding is the location, land, and future development is more valuable with a demolition done.
That's what, yes, that's that's part A, will tell us if it's more valuable for us to reuse the building as it
Yes.
is today, a portion or all,
Because
or demo.
it needs extensive work now
Yes.
to make it usable.
Yes, we probably would have to put anywhere from $70,000 to $100,000 into the building right now as it sits in order to have something in there for
before-
HVAC and fire safety,
Before a build-out.
before a build-out,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
I'd move for approval of the service agreement with Browning Day for the professional architectural design and feasibility study described.
Second?
Motion is second. Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thanks, Sarah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Item 5, board consider facade grant improvement for 395 South 9th Street. Aaron Head.
Morning, Board.
Morning.
This is essentially a redo of a previous facade grant that you guys have seen. The applicant, the siding material came primed and not painted for this type of hardy plank. So they wanted to come back and essentially redo their application to include painting of that siding. And then they also included painting the detached garage to match the house as well. And then added in some repairs to the front porch as well. All those items are eligible expenses in our facade improvement grant program. This particular grant is for $24,473. We typically add a contingency in there for any unforeseen issues. This particular case, it's $526, bringing that up to a maximum of a $25,000 grant. The total project cost is $53,997 in eligible expenses, not including ineligible expenses that are additional upgrades to the property as well. And so Facade Grant Review Committee has reviewed this and gave a favorable recommendation, and we'd ask the board to approve.
So the contingency of $500 and some dollars, if it exceeds that, it's all on the property owner?
Absolutely, yeah, exactly. The maximum any grant applicant can receive on a project is a $25,000 grant.
Yep.
That would be a 50% match on a $50,000 project.
I move to approve the facade improvement grant for 395 South 9th Street.
Second?
Motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thanks,
you.
Aaron. Item 8, board to consider approval of contract with Midwest Landscaping for landscaping the roundabout at 161st Street and Hazeldale Road. Betty Johnson.
Good morning.
Morning. Good morning.
This roundabout is currently somewhat landscaped. Several years ago, it was all pavers. We removed about half the pavers, landscaped. Over the last so many years, that roundabout has been driven through probably close to 20 times. I know 4 times this year.
I did it 3 times myself.
Yeah. And you drove on, didn't you? So it is missing a lot less, or a lot more of the landscaping than was originally there. So we are recommending hiring Midwest Landscape to do a revamp of that roundabout. We're going to also remove the remainder of the pavers that are in there to help broaden that area so that it'll hopefully have some more visual impact to keep vehicles from driving through it. That's also going to include some evergreens that should help show that there is something there other than street on the other side, if that is indeed the reason why people drive through it. We don't really know.
I think it is. What about the boulders? Are they going, staying?
No, they're adding, they're keeping boulders in that roundabout.
Okay.
The last car or vehicle that went through it moved the boulders, so.
Yes, yes. They get rearranged quite often.
Yes.
I live at that intersection. Any way to put up a, net?
Soccer goals, people.
And we've tried everything. Because I actually suggested to Renee a week or so ago that we add flashing lights, and she said, we've already done that.
Yeah, I think Andrew put those up, didn't you, Andrew? Flashing lights for the roundabouts?
Yeah, no,
Take credit then.
So they're going right through it?
they drive right through it
Yeah.
regularly. We've, I think, 3 times this year lost the light. So,
It's an optical illusion because when you see through the roundabout, you see the reflection off the one-way signs and the road signs behind it, and it looks like a runway. So the more stuff we grow in the center of it, it will block their line of sight and hopefully they can slow down.
now, just so everyone understands, when this is initially done, it is going to not be full-grown trees, so it will take it a little bit of time to mature and make a good
Yeah.
block there, but,
More boulders.
The things we have to do.
and this request also includes watering for the first season so that we can make sure the plants and trees get well established.
Excellent idea.
And it includes peonies in that roundabout.
I'd make a motion to approve the contract with Midwest Landscaping for landscaping the roundabout at 161st Street in Hazeltown.
Second.
Motion and second. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion carries. On to item 9, board to consider approval of service agreement with Hiddle Landscaping for the installation of landscape at 156th Street and Bowden Road. Patty Johnson.
This roundabout is currently just grass, and we want to get it landscaped for this next season. And it is going to involve adding a small wall in the very center of it, a brick wall. It'll have a tree in the center of it. It's a little bit smaller, so it doesn't have quite the elaborate landscaping as the other, but it also does include adding peonies to it and also watering for the first season to get the plants established.
Excellent.
Move for approval of the service agreement with Hiddle Landscaping for the landscape at 156th and Bowden Road.
Second.
Motion is second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank
Patty.
you.
Item 10, board to consider approval of service agreement with Choice Mechanical Services for purchase and installation of wastewater treatment plant blower building AC units. Noblesville Utilities, Kristen Parker.
Good morning.
Morning.
Quotes were opened at your November 4th meeting for the purchase and installation of 2 rooftop AC units for the 2 blower buildings at the wastewater treatment plant. Choice Mechanical Services had the lowest, most responsive quote at $123,392. And therefore, we recommend the approval of the service agreement with Choice Mechanical Services.
Any discussion?
Move for approval of the service agreement with Choice Mechanical for the purchase and installation of the wastewater treatment plant blower building AC units.
Second.
Motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thanks,
Thank you.
Kristen. Item 11, board to consider temporary closure of 169th Street for courtyards at Hazeldale Sanitary Sewer Repair. Justin Hubbard.
Morning, Board.
Morning.
This is the same request that you approved about a month and a half ago. It's a temporary closure of 169th between Hazeldale Boulevard and Mill Creek Road. Their initial repair attempt failed, so they're having to come back and try a new repair method. But our inspector does have confidence in this latest repair method, so. The closure would be from tomorrow, pending approval. They would reopen it by no later than end of day, Tuesday next week, November 25th.
Is there already notification to people for a detour and all that kind of stuff?
Yes,
So
yeah, all the
that's-
signage should be up. I sent out notification to all the public agencies last week.
Gotcha.
Pending board approval, starting tomorrow,
Because you thought we'd say yes.
if you say yes.
Justin, what failed?
So I'm not exactly sure what failed. I do have some representatives from Epcon and Harvey Construction here. Do you guys have any specific questions? But I know their first repair attempt to repair that sanitary line, it failed.
As if I know what you're talking about. Any discussion? Any questions?
I'll move to close, use a temperature, I'll start all over. I move to close the 169th Street for courtyards at Hazeldale Sanitary Sewer Repair Project.
Second.
Motion is second. This is something we have to get done, so we don't have a choice. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thanks, Justin. Item 12, board to consider award of bid for the 2025 street rehab contract 4. Andrew Rodewald. Do you have enough time to review the bids?
We did, thank you. So this contract, so this was the first bid opening read this morning. First, to clarify the number from Reith Riley Construction, we did go through and add all the numbers up, the unit prices. Our documents stipulate that these are unit price bids, so the mathematical computation of the unit price times the estimated quantities overrides whatever the written number is. So with that, the Reith Riley bid was actually $381,812.76, which ultimately makes a difference in our low bidder here. That means that Howard Companies was the lowest responsive responsible bidder in the amount of $375,667.50. Mr. Martin, to your earlier question, yes, Howard has done similar projects in the past. It's been 2 or 3 years since they have,
Okay.
but they've done several throughout town, so we're confident in their ability to complete the work. Everything else in the packet looks complete, so we would recommend that award.
Thank you for explaining the unit pricing. That makes me feel a lot better. Move for approval of the street rehab 2025,
2025 Contract 4.
Contract 4.
contract 4 with Howard Companies.
Second.
Motion a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. On to item 13, board to consider an award of bid for the 2026 Trail Connection Project. Andrew, and did you have sufficient time to review all the bids?
Yes, sir. And similarly, same rules apply on this. However, without any of the drama, the numbers did correspond to what was read by Mr. Hughes. So Calumet Civil Contractors was the lowest responsible bidder in the amount of $415,000 and no cents. Calumet has also performed several jobs. They were awarded a project at our meeting a couple weeks ago. So we feel confident in their ability to complete this project. It is a 2026 project, so work that'll start next spring. We would recommend award to Calumet Civil Contractors.
Excellent.
I move to award the bid of the 2026 Trail Connection Project to Calumet.
Second.
Motion a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you, Andrew. Is there any further business before the board? Seeing none, we are adjourned. Thank you for attending.
Thank you.